Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rohit Khurana, host of Intellect Digest. And if you are looking for an affordable smartphone with a lot of features, there is something that you would love about this phone. This is Kingzone N5, relatively less popular, but this is a Chinese phone brand which makes a very good phone for this price segment, which comes with 4G dual SIM support, 5-inch high definition display, 2GB RAM, 16GB ROM, and there is plenty of it to talk about this phone. In this video, I'm gonna quickly unbox it and do a quick hands-on review of the same and show you what this phone gives you for that $120 that you pay for it. Let's get started. Let's open the box and find out what's inside. So the first thing in the box is the phone itself, and this is the Kingzone N5. It comes with metallic build, so you have a metal frame all around, and it comes with a removable back, and this is the 5-inch HD display at front, which comes with a protective plastic casing. So I'll just peel this off. It tells you some quick placement of buttons as well as quick specification, which tells you that it has a 2.5D curved glass. It comes with metal frame, hot knot, Wi-Fi, GPS, window function. The window cover is not included, that has to be bought separately, but it supports the window flip cover. The glass is curved from the side, which is why they call it 2.5D glass. I'll just keep this aside for a moment and show you what else is in the box. In the box you have a 2600 milliamp battery, a quick start guide which gives you quick features, warranty information, etc. and everything that you need to know about this phone. There is also a back cover which has been bundled. This is a silicone soft transparent back cover which you can snap onto the back of this phone. A standard USB to micro USB data cable. Nothing special about this, very typical standard cable. This is a pair of earphones. Let me take this out. These are 3.5mm earphones. They look nice in terms of build quality and construction, and I'll test these out soon. And there is a wall charger, and we have the Indian style pin charger, which is a good thing. The current rating is 800 milliamp. There is also a screen guard which has been bundled right within the box, so you need not hunt for the right size screen guard. It is right in the box when you purchase this phone. Let me get rid of everything and come back to phone and show you what all it has to feature. Before I talk more about the phone, I just popped off the back cover, and here is where the battery goes, and there are two SIM card slots here, a standard size full size mini SIM and a micro SIM card slot. There is also a micro SD card slot for expanding the memory. It comes with 16GB internal memory, and you can expand the memory by adding a micro SD card to it. There are also these dual speakers under the hood, which I noticed, which should be loud enough, so I'll give you an audio test within a few seconds, so just stay tuned. It has Kingzone branding here. It says 4G LTE, GPS, HDR, Wi-Fi, 13 megapixel rear shooter, and the camera module protrudes from here and has a metallic ring around it, which gives it a very reassuring feel. LED flash just below it, Kingzone branding, a metal frame all along which feels very solid. There are antenna bands which are provided, 3.5mm audio port on top, a charging port on top, left side is clean, and on the bottom there is a primary microphone hole. On the right hand side you have three discrete buttons. The bottom one is the power or wake up key, while the top two buttons are volume up and volume down button, and they are all very tactile buttons. And this is how the display looks, and below the display there are three touch capacitive buttons. This is a 5-inch high definition IPS display, standard earpiece. There is a 5 megapixel front facing camera as well next to the earpiece, and some sensors right here. And now let me give you a complete overview of the phone. We have played with this phone for a while, and now I am ready to show you all this phone has to offer you. I'll start with the display quality, and this is the 5-inch HD IPS display. And let me start with a video playback to show you how good this phone is when it comes to playing videos. So I'll stress on two things here. One is the color quality and other is the viewing angles. So as you can see, from very steep angle the display is still visible and it's not going dark or fade even when you look at it from steep angles. which is something really brilliant when it comes to display quality. Let me play this video for you. I am turning the volume to maximum so that you get a good idea of the audio loudness as well.
Intellect Digest, and here are the reasons why you should subscribe right now to Intellect Digest.
In my opinion, it's a very good quality of display, and the panel quality and color production, viewing angles, etc. are very good. And also with that, it comes with light sensor or ambient light sensor, which also lets you enable the adaptive brightness that you would find in display settings, and it allows you for adaptive brightness. Bases on the surrounding lights, it will dim or brighten the display as per your comfort, and you can also change the display brightness accordingly using the slider in the settings quickly. Now let me show you the audio quality, and we have also tested the earphones which are supplied. The speakers that it provides under the hood are also fairly loud, and because the camera protrudes, so when you place it on a surface, the back does not get muffled, whereas the speaker mesh is. So let me play this audio track for you with full volume. In my opinion, it's fairly loud. It's not the loudest in the segment, but it's fairly loud. But the best thing about it is the quality of earphones. I did not expect the response that I get from these earphones, and it's better than my expectations. The deep bass, mid-tones as well as trebles are also very good. The loudness is also good on these earphones, and they are also very comfortable in the ear. It would not be wrong to say that these match up to the quality of some of the high-end phones when it comes to earphones quality and the sound quality that I get from these earphones. It has actually exceeded my expectations, and I'm very happy with the earphones and the quality of sound from the earphones. Next thing I'm gonna talk about is the camera. It gets a 13 megapixel Exmor-R sensor at the rear with f-stop 2.0, and also gets a 5 megapixel front facing camera sensor, which also comes with HDR mode. So both rear and front camera come with HDR mode. And I have some shots to show you. I've taken pictures against the light just to showcase the importance of HDR mode here with both front and rear facing cameras, and I'll show you all these shots one by one. So this is a shot that I have taken against the light using the HDR mode, and you can see that the clarity of the objects which are against the light, these parts of the image are very good. And this is an image that I have taken without HDR, and you can see them side by side. There is a considerable difference in detailing that you can see. There are shadows without HDR, but when I turn the HDR mode on, the shadows disappear and the picture quality comes out to be very good. So this is the shot without HDR, and this is the shot with HDR, and it works brilliantly. The sensor here and the overall image processing algorithm is working very well. This is a front facing camera shot taken with HDR, and this is the same shot taken without HDR. Notice that the light is coming from behind, so it's an against the light shot. And this is how it would normally come on a smartphone without the HDR mode. But when I turn the HDR on for the same, I get this shot, which is much better in clarity. This is a 5 megapixel front facing camera capture with HDR on. And this one is with the light falling on my face, so it's a perfect lit shot and without HDR, and comes out to be very nice and detailed for a 5 megapixel shooter. Considering that this is a budget phone at $120, it's a very good shot. This is to showcase the bokeh effect. Notice the background objects here are totally blurred out, and the object in focus is very sharply in focus, and you can see how well this shot comes out to be with the rear facing 13 megapixel camera. These are some more shots that I have taken. It is also capable of recording high definition 720p videos. That's the max resolution it can go to, and it does that very elegantly. The shots are well stabilized, and the quality of videos is fairly good. You can see that this is a quick sample video that I created using this phone, and comes out nice and well. So when it comes to camera, this phone does not disappoint us, with both the rear and front facing camera performing really well, and the HDR comes in very handy when you are taking against the light shots. Next, I'll talk about performance. Well, this is one area which is not the strongest point of this phone, but at the same time it does not turn us down or disappoint us. At $120 price range, it gives you a benchmark score of around 20,000, which is I think good for this price segment. It comes with 2 GB of RAM. There is 1 GHz quad-core CPU by MediaTek, and it's not commonly seen chipset. It's 6735. It's not very powerful, but it's moderately powered and comes with Mali T720 GPU. It comes with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB internal memory. Let me quickly show you the storage settings here for the internal memory available space. So under storage, you can see that you can change the default write disk, which means that you can install applications on the external SD card. And there are 2 partitions which are already done on this phone. So there is a 2.95 GB available space on the internal memory, and there is another partition which is 8.3. So you have a total of around 11 GB space available for you right out of the box, and you can install a micro SD card and use that for installing more applications if 16 GB is not enough for you. So in terms of performance and storage, this phone is moderately loaded, and when it comes to gaming performance, again I would say this phone is moderately loaded. We tested it on the Subway Surfer, and you can see that there are slight stutter in graphics, but at the same time we can't complain too much because this phone is not very heavily loaded when it comes to specification. It does the job, and you can play moderate amount of games on this easily, but you cannot play very heavy games because this phone does not have very powerful specifications. But playing moderate games will be a pleasing treat to eyes because it gives you very good quality graphics here. You can see the same on your screen right now. When it comes to internet browsing experience, the 5-inch 720p display does a good job, and there is a slight stutter in scrolling, but overall the graphics quality, legibility, clarity of display, pinch to zoom gestures, etc. work very well on the inbuilt browser that we tested. The loading time of the websites are also very fast, and it does a good job when it comes to internet browsing experience. Talking of software, it runs Android version 5.1 right out of the box, so it is running latest builds of Lollipop, so you are not far behind from the latest software. And also when I booted this phone, I received an OTA update, so Kingzone is also pushing out software updates frequently, which means that you will stay up to date when you have this phone with you. The user interface is simple and not very heavily customized. It gets slight customization but not a complete overhaul. The UI is simple, the menus are familiar and come from almost stock Android experience. Talking about battery, there is a 2600 mAh battery installed on this phone, which should be good enough for a moderate user for an entire full day of usage, because this phone is not very powerful when it comes to specs and does not have a very large display. For a moderate amount of display and a moderately powered phone, a 2600 mAh battery is usually more than what usual phones of around 2000 mAh battery would do. This would easily do one full day without any hiccups. Summing up my review of the Kingzone N5, I find this phone is very well built. It comes with 4G dual SIM support. It comes with very good set of cameras, a nice display, good audio quality, exceptionally well earphones, good accessories right in the box, which includes a back cover as well as a screen protector. So overall, this phone does impress me a lot, and at $120 it's a very good deal. If you want to buy one for yourself, I'm leaving direct link in the description section below to the official website. You can check out the best prices online. This is all we have on this video. If you enjoyed watching it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up by pressing the like button below, and for more such videos, make sure you stay subscribed by pressing the subscribe button. I hope to see you on my next video. This is your host Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.